Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Ranking Member. Mr. Chairman, thank you for how active this committee is, and thank you for calling this. In fact, it is, STEM education and educating the next generation is probably one of the most important things that we can do as a nation. I'm also particularly pleased to see representatives from Intel and Project Lead the Way on the panel today. I'm glad to hear you talk about NextEd and the importance and the impact that you're having in Sacramento County with our students and the important investments that Intel has made. And Ms. Ingram, as a former Associate Dean at UC Davis Medical School, I'm glad to see an Aggie in the house. Both Intel and Project Lead the Way have dedicated enormous resources, time, and energy to making sure our children and grandchildren lead the way in innovation and invention in the 21st century. As Dr. Bertram has mentioned, Project Lead the Way, which is managed by NextEd in our community, has been transforming education with their engineering and biomedical classrooms. I've had the chance to see this firsthand. A few weeks ago, I attended a breakfast where students from Antelope High in Sacramento County shared their projects and talked about how the innovation class supported by Project Lead the Way and Intel helped unlock their imagination. In many ways, it reminded me of when I was in junior high, and we had wood shop, we had metal shop. It was applying what we were learning, in our math classes. It may not have sounded like mathematics, but you had to imagine a project. You had to put it on paper and draft it out, and then you had to go about developing the project. And far too often, those are the classes that are getting cut in our current testing-based curricula. Last night, I had the chance to attend Intel's Science Talent Search Awards Gala. And let me tell you, at that event, it really makes me optimistic about what the future looks like. There were some incredibly talented young people there. But we have to make sure we're producing more of these young scientists and so forth. Project Lead the Way and Intel's Science Talent Search are two great examples of how we can unlock the talent for the next generation. Dr. Bertram, my question's for you. What is it that's so unique about Project Lead the Way that makes it an easy, affordable, and sustainable source of STEM education for local districts and school sites?
I think the most important thing is it works. And there's compelling evidence and years of evidence that we produce students that are excited about math and science, that do better in math and science, that aspire to careers in STEM. And those are the things that we believe are most compelling. At the same time, affordability is very important for schools. And that's where we connect with companies all over America to help provide funds for schools to start this program and to sustain it. But we're constantly looking for ways to reduce cost, and we're bringing partners to the table to provide industry-standard software for our schools, the technology they need to deliver programs, as well as equipment and other materials. And it's this collaboration, this network, this expansive network of partners across the nation that we believe allow this to be scalable beyond where we're at today.
Great. And Ms. Eskew or Dr. Bertram or any of the panelists, actually, what can we do here in this body, in Congress, to help foster more corporations and more innovative programs like Project Lead the Way and this corporate public-private partnership?
Thank you, Mr. Bera. I think the important thing to do is to shine a light on what's working. And when there's data behind a program that actually has dramatic results, then I think more corporations are more likely to want to invest in that. And by you highlighting that corporations are trying to make a difference, I know that also encourages others to step up and be a part of the solution.
Great. Thank you. I'll yield back the rest of my time. Thank you.